Roots to Wellbeing uses the 5 ways to wellbeing to support your mental health. Connect, take notice, keep learning, be active and give. Thanks for watching.
Hello everybody, my name's James Bonner. I'm the co-founder of Awaken Academy with my love and partner Gaia Hopegood. I'm tuning in from Guatemala, a place called Lake Atitlan. Very grateful to have been asked to make this video. I'm super inspired by the work of Roots to Wellbeing. I think it's super important how we nurture each other in these times, and it's wonderful to see the creative ways that we're managing to connect and support each other in uncertain times. And I just really wanted to share some of the things that have been helping us in these times that you might find helpful too. I'm a healer, offering healing to the land and people, both in person and at a distance, mostly at a distance in these times, and but we're very grateful to have a garden here where we can really connect with the land. I also teach meditation, and I teach lucid dreaming, how we can be aware like we are now and make choices in our dreams to gain insights and have deeper healing experiences. I also teach permaculture gardening and nature connection. So yeah, I just wanted to share some of the things that have been helping me in this time. We're all very, very sensitive beings, and our mental health is never something that stays still. It's always moving up and down, and it's a wavy continuum, and I think everyone sort of experienced just how wavy it can be emotionally and mentally for us all in this time. And one of the saving graces for me has just been like how to center ourselves and come back into our hearts and connect with Mother Earth. They call her Mother Earth for a reason. I mean, she really does give birth to everything that we know and love, all of our food, even all the people. It's just like we've been born out of this planet, just like an apple has grown from a tree. I think that was Alan Watts who said that. And yeah, it's easy with things like social media and many conflicting ideas of what's going on at the moment to become unbalanced. And I find wherever we put our attention, we can begin to sort of almost tune our radio dial, and we have choice as to where we tune our radio dial. So my partner Gaia and I, we made the decision, and it's really helped us some time ago. We've chosen not to use any social media or our phones at least an hour once we've woke up, and at least an hour before we go to bed. We won't use our phones or look at social media, and this has had a huge effect. It's like really given us the spaciousness to enjoy the morning, and we've even chosen where we might have a whole day without using our phones, and it's amazing to feel the spaciousness and more tranquility by doing this. And we've had such, it gives us space for far better conversations and to do things that really nourish our hearts and souls. So that was one of the choices we made, and I'm really grateful for that. As well as that, a huge blessing for us is having this garden here, and we've been growing and extending the vegetable garden and having a lot of fun there. And I would say by tuning our radio dial to Mother Nature, we'll find a lot more grounded centeredness and peace in our hearts. And there's many ways that you can do that. It doesn't have to be growing vegetables, but if you want to do that, I mean, even if you have a small space, I remember when I lived in England we had a small space, you can grow microgreens. Or you could get a tiny little herb garden even on your windowsill, and uh, for me it's so nourishing, just as nourishing as it is to consume the herbs, as it is to look after them and watch them grow and give them love. As well as that, it's like, how do we pay attention? So one of the things I've enjoyed doing is watching the buds where we've got a little bit more time to pay attention just before they flower, and I've been taking photos at every part of their lifespan, and then they bloom and take a beautiful photo, and for me that's so exciting, and it helps me really tune to nature. Even better than that, you might choose to draw or paint some natural scenery, and that gives you even more time to sink in and to tune in to the natural rhythms. When I lived in Brighton in England, I practiced this for a long time, and this is a great suggestion, but you can choose your own special sit spot, and there was a beautiful place in the woods there that I sat in many times and throughout the year and watched the whole of the seasons change, and so I'd invite you to find your very own sit spot. This is like a practice that many indigenous cultures like the Mayans here in Guatemala or around the world, they do as a very powerful practice. You can learn a lot about yourself just by sitting in nature. It's like you don't really need to read many books to realize how the universe works. By spending time in nature, a lot of the answers are there. They say that if you go into the woods and then you sit still by a tree, it would take at least 20 minutes for everything to actually be as it normally is. Up until that point, the birds are sort of making noises, toot toot, and they're saying there's a human here. So if you stay still for 20 minutes or longer in a spot, you start to really see how the forest works and hear a different song from the birds. So that would be my recommendation, is find a spot or give yourself a moment to connect.
If you feel inspired and want to learn ways to support your mental health, please subscribe to our channel. Or you can find us at www.rootstowellbeing.org. And if you would like to get involved in future videos, please contact hello@rootstowellbeing.org. Thank you.